This is at the GRI, the Getty Research Institute, and I just love the order, the labeling, the consistency, but the seismic restraint. Having those bars there, going to save them. Ultimately, earthquakes are inevitable, and it has overhead tip prevention on the shelving, as well as each object is held in place by a nice little bar there. Kind of a happy design customization. This one is also, I love the aesthetic of the photo. All I see here is empty, wasted space. So, you know, there's maybe some room for growth here, but really not an optimization of shelf widths. You're getting 1 book, 2 books. So really thinking about how do things fit flat. Flat is maybe one of your harder elements to plan. How high can you stack things? How long are your shelves? If you're too short, then you know, you're like, oh, I can get 1.5 boxes, but unfortunately I don't have half boxes. So make sure you can get 2 boxes in there or 3 boxes in there. Planning out flat vertical storage here. Next. You know, the terrific use of space here after everything is rehoused. Not much free space in between, enough to get your fingers, read the labels, well illuminated, but also on the left-hand image, some growth opportunities that you can put in. Well, not too many. I would say there's about 5% growth from what I see in this picture, but maybe enough to give you some additional life to a vault before spilling into the next space if you're all full.
Yeah, I just explained to the library committee where I at my job that a completely full shelf of books is actually overfull, because you always want to have enough room that you can get your fingers around the book, so that you're not pulling at the top of the spine, so that, you know, like you always need to have, like, you know, I was like, Boy Scouts honor, like you've got to have 3 fingers at the end of the shelf, and that's a full shelf. A full shelf is somewhat empty still.
Here's the Braun Research Library post housing. So I showed you the photos before, and here's some of the afters. Before post housing and before move. Is that right, Lisa?
Yes, and it's still at the Braun. So I would say when you do rehouse, our metric was you are expanding by 3. So 3. Yeah. So if something takes 10 linear feet and you rehouse it, expect to have it at 30 linear feet. That's, I mean, am I doing the math right? Where it's like, it took up, 2/3 more of the space. Right. Yeah. So that's, I mean, it's great. It's lovely. We were happy we were able to rehouse, but it was something that you should probably calculate for.
Right. Great. Thank you for that. I hadn't realized. Again, really lovely custom enclosures. That was based on measuring each item and ordering an enclosure, or did you make them in-house?
Did not make them in-house. We measured each enclosure, and this is where I happened to have a volunteer who worked with publications, and she knew about gutters and 1/18 of an inch, and I'm like, you are measuring all of our rare books. So that's definitely an example where piece by piece by piece.
Yeah. And I want to mention on the lower left corner, that shelf barcode. So we know each thing is named, not only the object, but where it lives.